fuck, I reviewed the wrong comic. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Dr. Bones Locker podcast. I'm Jacob. It's 11:48 on June 13th, and I just reviewed the wrong comic for today, doing this one real quick. This is the podcast where we take 5 minutes a day to review the daily comic strip by Jason Ball 34 titled A Pirate's Life. Today we have the comic from June 12th, which is a 4-paneler, not the Sunday strip from today, which I previously did on the episode that I just recorded. The 4-paneler says it's the captain and Mr. Pine. The captain said, "Does that whole wooden leg thing still hurt at all?" Dexter says, "Yeah, it still smarts pretty bad sometimes." And then his leg says, acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meters per second. And the captain says, "Well, what do you know? A smart leg and a smart ass." So we can get a Peter explains the joke from Jacob, please. No, I don't actually want to do that. I'm just kidding. I'm never gonna fill 5 minutes if I don't explain the joke. So here we have a classic pun by Jason Ball 34. What Dexter says, his leg still smarts pretty bad sometimes, and the pun here is that smarts can mean like if you get hit with maybe a ball or something, or like put a nail through your hand or something, like that smarts. Like you know, I got hurt. But also smart means like to be intelligent. And then the captain comes in with the old 1, 2, 3, where he says, "Well, what do you know? A smart leg and a smart ass." Where not only that the leg is smart in that it hurts, and also that it knows things, but it's a smart ass in the sense that when you say someone's a smart ass, you mean they're smarmy, or they're making wisecracks left and right. So what this comic really makes me start to wonder about is, what is the history of Mr. Pine's leg? So we know that the captain acts like he probably has some connection to this loss of leg from Mr. Pine. Where he says, "Does that whole wooden legs thing still hurt at all?" It sounds like he's privy to what happened to Mr. Pine, though he doesn't mention it. And so if this leg can talk, I'm wondering what possibly could have happened to Mr. Pine's leg, where he received such a leg, such a replacement leg that has this intelligence, and also to some extent this humor to it, where it's making wisecracks. It's saying smarmy things in response to Dexter's. It still smarts pretty bad sometimes. Though that does bring up the question of, is the leg responding here to, like, does the leg just say things at random? Is it responding to Dexter in the sense of like, oh, I gotta prove that I'm smart now, or is it being a smart ass? Where like Dexter says, "Oh, it still smarts pretty bad sometimes," and the leg's like, "Oh, I gotta pop in and do a little funny bit where I tell him about acceleration." Also in that final strip, through most of this comic, both of the characters display very little emotion. In the third panel, the captain's a little unhappy, though I think on average the captain appears slightly displeased. But in the final panel, Dexter's got a little smile on, like a little haha, my leg's smart. I have a very smart leg, and the captain's very, very unhappy that the leg is such a wise ass. And I'm wondering about Dexter's happiness here. He's maybe thinking, oh, like I've got the smart leg, but this has got to get annoying sometimes, right? Is this a fun party trick that Dexter pulls out often, or is this something that annoys him and he's just kind of hiding that he doesn't like his leg because maybe the leg would be more annoying if it knew that he didn't like it, or something along those lines. I'm just riffing on this whole leg deal. We've got just a few more seconds left here, so I'm gonna give this one a rate. It's all right. The joke, while it has multiple layers, is a little obfuscated in such a way that it doesn't land perfectly. So I'm gonna give this one. I think it's about a 6.5 personally. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.